Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. If you log on live today, feel free to share this broadcast. Hi Patricia. Hi guys. Hi everyone. Okay, we're giving this another shot this week. I'm Rachel Glazner. I teach at a school called Periscope State Community College, and we have kind of an iPad initiative going a little bit. Some of us are using iPads. I've had some of my faculty friends ask me, how do I project my iPad like you do in the classroom? Some people have their own iPad and they want to try to start using it for educational purposes. So thank you guys for joining us. So what you're going to need in order to project your iPad is an iPad. What I'm going to show you is going to be for my iPad. This is an iPad Air 2. I have an iPad mini that's a 3. All of mine have the lightning adapters. So it has the smaller port here on the end, and that's going to make a difference in what adapter we need in order to project our iPads. So if you have an iPad 1, you would need a different adapter than what I have. So the adapter you have to get is the lightning to VGA adapter. It looks like this, and this guy here costs about $40. Probably here at Periscope you might be able to ask the IT guys to borrow one for a few days. I think we have a few of them. When you take it out of the box, this is what it actually looks like. You have an end that is going to plug into your iPad, and on the other end we're going to need a VGA cord, and the small port here is so you can plug in your charger. For classroom purposes, I haven't really found a need to use the charger port. I think this is primarily for people who are going to be watching movies for long periods of time and things like that. They're going to eat up a lot of your battery. So besides your adapter and your iPad, you're also going to need a VGA cable. So a lot of our classrooms at Periscope, and I'll show you my desk here, come with these already attached to our document cameras or to the back of the computer systems. If you want to purchase one of these, they're only about $9. It's a 15-pin VGA. If you look at this cord, this might sound strange, but for projectors it comes with a blue end and a black cord. And so what I found is this gives you a more flexible cord and a longer cord to use. I purchased one that was for a television, and the cord was much thicker. It's a lot bulkier to try to use. So make sure you're trying to get one for a projector, and also try to make sure you get one that have the little screws in the back. This is going to help everything stay connected once we get everything set up. Alright, so how do we hook this together? We're going to take our adapter and hook it with the VGA cord. You just plug them together, and I do recommend to actually take the 2 seconds to screw them together. The connection's not that strong, so if you bump into it while you're teaching, this part might come apart and you'll lose your image on the screen. And then we're going to take the adapter part, the lightning adapter, and put it on the iPad in the lightning port. So we have that portion connected together. Now if you're at a different school, again, some of these are going to be hooked up to the back of computers, so we would need to project through the computer. Here at Periscope, we're actually going to project through the document camera. So I want to show you guys. Alright, here's my iPad we just got set up with our VGA cord. This is what our teacher station typically looks like at Periscope. We have a main computer. That's where I was looking up the prices of the VGA cords. And we have a document camera, and then we have a station here where we can turn on the projector, the document camera, things like that. So as long as you have one of these, you'll turn your projection system on, and it usually takes a minute for it to warm up. You can see in my room here, there's my projector in the middle of the room. And my screen is at the front of the room here. This is my actual classroom I teach in here at Blount County. While that's going, I'm going to go ahead and swipe my iPad on. I'm going to turn y'all away from my password for a second. Alright, so I have my iPad on and going. iPad's already hooked up. The VGA cord, as I mentioned, goes into the back of the document camera. And so we want to make sure that on our screen we've selected document camera. And when you push that, it should come up on the projection screen. Y'all might be able to see that. You can see down at the bottom my apps I have. We're going to open up GoodNotes so you can see what this would look like. Every now and then your document camera might kick on when you push document camera first. You're going to notice when the light's on for the document camera, the document camera kind of takes over the projection feed, and the document camera is actually showing up on the screen. So if that happens when you push document camera here and the actual document camera comes on instead of your iPad, just power off the document camera. You can see my light's not on anymore, and it will switch back over to the iPad. This is also a really good feature to use if you like to go in between using the document cam and your iPad. Sometimes I'll pull up some photos from a book that I want to reference on the document cam. And so it's really easy to switch back and forth between the two. Since we're projecting through the document cam, you can just push the power on button to get the document cam to pull back up on the projection screen. And that's really it. It's pretty easy here. We're very lucky to have a good IT team here at Pellissippi with our teacher stations kind of pre-set up for us. But I did want to mention to you guys, since I do actually lecture with this in class, I like to give handwritten notes. You could give your PowerPoint presentations and things like that through the iPad, but I do use an app called GoodNotes. You can kind of see it down here at the bottom. I think it costs about $5 or $6 now, and it includes most of the updates for that. But GoodNotes is actually made for projection purposes. So when you first open GoodNotes, you'll see your notebooks that you've created. And if you look at the projection screen, you'll see that it's blank right now. GoodNotes has purposely made it to where if you're kind of switching between notebooks and you want to keep some stuff private from your students, it tells the screen to blank out. So let's open one of my notebooks that I might give my class. We're working on chapter 6 in my general chemistry course right now. So on my screen you can see I have a white space for me to write on. At the top I have several tools. Some of them are ways to add photos and things like that, to add additional pages. But you can see a pencil and a highlighter, which is what I'm primarily going to use in my course. And you can also notice I have a stylus here that I use. This is not a really fancy stylus. This costs about $8 or $15 for two. It's the Sty HD, and it's a mesh tip. I own all kinds of stylus, from $100 stylus to a 25-cent stylus, and this one has been my favorite for giving my lectures so far. So again, let's look over the projection screen. When we look at the projection screen, hopefully y'all can kind of see that. You can see the white chapter 6 notes that I pulled up, but you'll also notice that the pen and pencils and things like that don't show up on the screen. So again, GoodNotes has made it to where it's made to be projected. Only your notes are what's going to show up. And then in real time, of course I can't show you in real time because I don't have two cameras, but here on GoodNotes I can write on my notes and it will in turn show up on the screen. Y'all might be able to see over there, it gave my name that I just wrote on my screen. So this is a really good purchase. There's a lot of other note-taking apps, but there's very few that I found that are meant to be projected, where it hides all these other features. As you can probably tell, my handwriting's kind of messy, so I need this zoom box so I can get some more precise writing details in. So the zoom box, none of that shows up on the main projection screen. guys. So I saw a few more people joined us. Did any of y'all have any questions? That's pretty much the gist of projecting here at my school. Again, you can have your VGA cable going through your computer. And in that case, on your station, you would just select computer instead of the document cam. Well, thank you guys for joining me, and every Wednesday, hopefully at 2, we'll see how this works out. We'll be doing some APPetizer sessions here on Periscope, and I hope you guys tune in next week. Thank you.